Okay, so we've got the engine here. It's got a bit of temperature in it. I will start it to get it a bit warmer in a while. But let's first of all, let's check these hoses and see if the smallest hose provided actually fits in the dipstick hole. I think it's going to be easier. And this is the smallest one, and we've got this connector on the end. I'm not exactly sure what that is. What is this? Just to clean it, maybe? So what do we do now? So we've got this hose, goes in the dipstick hole here. It fits, no problem. Assume this must go in here. Yeah, it does. Alright, okay, so you've got this hose, and this fits in the end of here. It's an interference fit. And then this will go in there like so. What that would be for, but it's got some sort of silicone hose on it that's picking up all sorts of dirt. So, answers on the postcard what that one is. Let's put it back in the bag. And then we've got another bigger diameter hose, which I suppose you could use for sort of power steering fluid, maybe coolant, brake fluid. So the next step is to switch the engine oil, get the oil a bit hotter so it'll run through the hoses a bit easier, and also it'll help pick up any dirt that's in the sump. So, moment of truth time. I'll put this well down in the sump just before it hits something, and then we'll see. I think we're going to call it a day there. So all in all, is it faster than the electric pump? Yeah, much faster, and also it's a much easier setup. I don't have to balance a pump here, connect up to the battery. This is it, super simple to set up. Like I said, I think we're going to call it a day there. That's 3.5 litre, 3.6 in the sump. I'm okay with leaving a couple 100 ml in the sump. Now it's just a matter to disconnect everything, put our funnel back in, put our dipstick back in. So this is the oil I'm using. This is specific for this car. If you want to know what oil you need for your car, in this case Castrol, go into Castrol or type in Castrol oil finder in google.com. Go onto there, put in your car details, and it will tell you the specific weight that you need, and it will also tell you the grade. Yours could be A5, C3, C1, whatever it may be. For this specific car, it's a 5W30 A5, very important. In this, there's just under 3.5 litres, which is exactly the amount that we took out. So emptying this oil container, and we're going to be at the same oil level as we were when we started. If you want to stop it bubbling, you can hold the container on the side, and it comes out with not so much gargling, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to change the oil filter on this because it's only been around 4,000 kilometers since the last oil change. I'll change the oil filter every 9,000–10,000 kilometers. But this car is a Mark 1 1.6 Focus, and you can actually reach it by going down here. The oil filter's here, the white one, and basically man say just to do it tightly by hand is enough. You don't need to ram it on there. And if you want to help it when it goes on, just put a little bit of oil around the gasket that's on the oil filter, and in my experience that's enough. Hand tight. What man, I don't know if you can see the instructions, man filter put instructions, well, at least on this filter, and I've had no issues with oil leaks just by tightening it by hand. And that's it, guys. So the moral of the story, is this better than the electric pump? I would say absolutely much better. It's much faster, easier to set up, and you can see exactly how much oil you've taken out as well. The only downside of this system is that it's more expensive. This setup here with this pump with the accessories was €70. Honestly, for the time it saves, I'd say it's, for me at least, it's well worth getting this pump. And that's the video, guys. That is how you DIY an oil change without jacking the car up and draining the sump from below. two methods. You can do the cheap one with the electrical pump, or you can do this one, which is faster, in my opinion, better. I can 100% recommend Vevor for their customer service and this product, which seems great value. That's the video, guys. Hopefully it's helped you if you want to do a DIY oil change. As always, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again in next week's video.